how to protect the knees against running mileage, intensity, and impact. So today's low impact workout will do exactly that. Give you some exercise we can work through. All you're going to need is a mat, yourself, and a chair or a wall that you can work off at the beginning of today's session. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we're going to work on the insides of the legs. I want you to bring your feet nice and wide apart and just come side to side here. So you're going to just get a little bit of mobility into the inside sections of the leg. And the whole focus of today is to protect that knee joint with this low impact exercise. Lovely. Welcome, guys. Fantastic stuff. Keep going across, freeing that up. We're going to get some mobility and some fluid in around the knee. We're just starting, guys, so welcome to those joining. Just come and join us on a mat, get some movement over the next few seconds and stretch out the legs. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to need a wall for the next exercise. I'm going to use a chair. That'll be fine as well. We're just going to gently kick the legs back like so. As we do this, we provide plenty of synovial fluid, which is a lubricant for the knee joint, around the knee. And it just wakes up the knee joint itself for the first part of the running stride. Keep kicking back. Keep doing the same. Lovely. So if you imagine, keep going the same. If you imagine the running stride, you're going to be looking something like this as you're running through. This is that first section of that. Okay, let's go into a slightly faster kickback. It's a low impact workout today, so there won't be any jogging. It's just really to get warm. Lovely. And then the second section, as we stretch our legs out, is going to be us kicking our leg forwards. So still in the same position, keeping that leg straight in front of the body. Just kick your leg forwards and back, head forwards, and breathe as we go into this workout today. Lovely. Add a heel flick behind, so you can see this section just coming back and kick forwards. Lovely. Change legs. Lovely job. Head forwards. And a deep breath in and breathing out. Adding that heel flick in. Getting plenty of mobility into the quadriceps down the fronts of your thighs and your hamstrings as you kick ahead. Lovely job, guys. Fantastic. We're going to just come down towards the mat next, keeping your legs nice and straight out in front of you. Okay, leaning slightly further forwards and then raising up your chest so you're nice and straight. We're going to run with our arms here. So a running specific drill. Why do this? Well, with this one, are your legs moving forwards and backwards? Can you see your toes moving left and right? The goal for this is to keep your upper body nice and straight. Often if we have lateral movement that comes to the sides like so, so we're going forwards and back, keep going, guys. If you need to bend your knees, then please do. So there's no strain through those. But ideally look to keep your legs as straight as possible. Lateral movement often means that the feet roll through. There's an unbalance or disbalance within the running style, and you notice that more comes through a different part of your knee. Okay, we're going to now move on to the back. Like so. Hands underneath your bum and just kick out your legs. So we call these bicycle kicks. You can drop your heels down in between if you like so, or you can just kick those out and get a little bit of movement into the core. Fantastic. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely job. So the legs have got nice and warm, perfect for the start of a mobility session, getting some movement into the joints. We're now going to roll onto our front and go into a quadriceps stretching exercise. So with this one, we're going to bring our leg up to the body, heel towards your bum, and you're just going to hold the ankle and reducing the angle at the knee. Now with any of these exercises, if you feel any sharp pain or discomfort, then slowly release back and come to a stop. This is really important for our exercises today. Lovely. So your target here is to get your heel close to your bum often what we notice with athletes that have tightness around the knees is that this muscle is often really tight. For runners, as we relax that down, go to the other leg. For runners, this is one of the impact-taking muscles, especially at the end of long runs, where we potentially would heel strike a little bit more. Or maybe it's part of your technique, as your heel hits the floor in the first instance as it lands in your running stride. Change sides. This time we're going to go a little bit further, closer to the bum. Is your heel touching your bum? Are your hips grounded? If so, just push your hips into the floor, which should lift your knees slightly off the floor. If not, just focus on bringing your heel close to your bum. This shouldn't be a strain. It should be just a light to moderate stretch. Fantastic. What I love about these mobility sessions is that you're doing it with a group, or you know that there's a group that's done that. If you're watching the replay, change legs. Same again on that side. So it's that accountability to get on those. Obviously with Personify Mobility, we do this at 7:30 on Fridays. So it kickstarts that weekend. And ideally for these in the future, as we look to progress these even further, we look to get, and the spring's coming, the lights, the days are a bit lighter, we look to get 1 to 2 miles or 10 to 15 minutes of running in beforehand, or a fast walk just to warm up those legs. Last one now, back to the original leg. This time you're going to see if you can get a bit more into it, as long as that's feeling pain-free. Heel down to the bum, leg comes up, no tension through the back by relaxing your shoulders down. And try not to let it come out to the side of the body, keep it nice and neutral. And relax down. We're going to the other side here. So it's quite important to know the muscles, the joints, the tendons that make up the knee. Without going too scientific and making you all fall asleep this morning, we are going to just mention the quadriceps are the 4 muscles that go over the top, or partly come over the top of the knee. So if these are tight, it just pulls the knee upwards and out of alignment. Relax there. Slowly coming up to a seated position. You have the side of the knee where your IT band just originates from and just tends to hit over this section just here. So for this one, the IT band is responsible for any impact, as you copy me here, that the glutes don't do. So if your glutes aren't firing properly, activating properly, hands on the outside of the knee, pull this across the body, feeling a glute stretch here. Keep the legs straight for this first one, guys. Stay nice and tall, a light, gentle start. Then what happens is the IT band becomes very keen and it says, hey, I'll do that exercise for you. I'll take the impact for the glutes, but it's a small muscle. For those that have heard this before, you'll know, it's just a refresher. And therefore it gets tired very quickly and more likely to get shorter and feel a bit of a pain. Change legs, either at the end of the joint by the side of the knee or up in the hip where it also connects. So what we're going to do is we're going to just wake up and activate the glutes. So any weekend running or activity or even tempos, etc. today will allow you to use the glutes as they should do. Fantastic. Okay, if you don't feel much for stretching those first 2, what we're going to do is bend the leg to about 90 degrees. Make sure that your knee is directly in front of your body and your foot is facing out to the side. You're then going to bring the leg across like so. Try not to swivel your body too far over. You're going to keep it nice and tall. And then just hold this knee across, feeling the stretch in a deeper part of the glute. Told you if you have hypermobility in the hips, you may find this a tough one to target. With this one, just make sure your body is straight and that your knee is in front of your body to hit that one there. You know you are when I single you out. So that's great. Looking good, guys, looking good. Can you feel that stretch? It's a lot deeper than the first one, right? It's a lot deeper than that first stretch. Looking good, guys, looking good. Fantastic. 3 seconds, 2, 1. We're going to change over to the other side. Once again, that knee is in front of the body. We're going to bring that across the body there, and we're just going to pull that knee across to away from the relaxed leg to the side. If you can't feel that stretch, increase the range of movement there at the knee, and you'll target that a bit more. So the knee that's on the floor, just increase the range of movement to at least 90 degrees and pull that across. Great work, guys. Lovely. So what have we got from today? Well, we need to warm up and get some fluid to lubricate the joints. We need to increase the length of the muscles that cross over at the knee. Go to the other side for another one of these, and the last one here. Well done, guys. Welcome, fantastic. And finally, with these ones, we need to focus on reducing the impact initially. So a mobility session like this is perfect for those that have just got a little bit of niggly knees, that don't want to put more impact through them and affecting them itself, but equally don't want to procrastinate and move backwards towards their goals. Change legs. Do you notice any cramping in these positions? If so, that often shows a weakness in a certain area. Now, the strength work, not just to activate the glutes or the quadriceps or the muscles that protect and base around the knee, is also key to ensure that you can deal with the demand of the running challenges that you have to run your best times, okay? Brilliant work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to activate the quads here today. And the way that we do this, guys, is you're going to sit with your legs nice and straight, one slightly bent, and I just want you to squeeze your quadriceps, the fronts of your thighs, by bringing your toes in and just sealing and placing your hands on top of the quads and try and tense those slightly for me. 5 seconds, relax and go to the other leg and tense. Okay? And to the other leg. So ideally here, you should feel a slight tightness on the quads by tensing. If you find that hard, bend the knees slightly and bring the toes up, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into a sitting position. So grab a chair, ideally for this next one, or a bench, or something similar. Okay, lovely stuff. If you're here already, just kick your legs out in front, keep your hands or your knees together, your hands on your legs in front. Feel that movement a bit more than we've just done. Okay, let's move into it. Lovely. We've got the can going on some of the screens. It looks great, guys. Fantastic work. Lovely. Okay, for next up, we're going to bring our leg across our body. We're going to get a bit more of a stretch out of the IT band, but mainly onto that medial glute. Nice and tall. And your ankle should be over onto your, just above your knee, on your quads, with your knee over your ankle underneath here. Placing a bit of pressure onto that knee there. And leaning slightly forwards, should be able to feel a bit of a stretch. If you can't feel that stretch, come up onto the toes on the bottom leg, just here. So just there, fantastic. Good. Okay, change sides. There we go, nice. Lean slightly further forwards, make sure that knee is above the ankle. Is one side tighter than the other? And really interestingly, is it the side of a knee that typically gives you a bit of chip in the past? Fantastic. Okay, guys. Really good. So there's the basic bits.